Writer to writer, I get it. You want to actually finish your writing project this year, and that requires you to treat your quote unquote hobby like a profession. But there are certain things getting in your way. For example, multi-project disorganization is getting in your way. The plethora of writing platforms using your work to train AI models is getting in your way. Your notes being dispersed between different apps and different notebooks and different tabs, that is getting in your way. I am willing to bet that disorganization is one of the biggest reasons why 97% of writers are unable to finish their first manuscript. And as a literary fiction, romance, and fantasy author myself, I know exactly what this feels like. Most recently, the biggest wake-up call I had was when I ended a day with almost 15 tabs open of history and research that I was unable to navigate whatsoever the next day. But I don't think anything will top me losing almost 3,000 words of a first draft, including chapter 1, which we all collectively know is a struggle. I don't want this for me, and I definitely don't want this for you. So I'm here today to talk to you about a solution to all of these problems. And so if you needed a sign to officially switch your writing software to a platform that genuinely supports you as the writer, let it be this video. Welcome to Skrib, a unified workspace that is built specifically for long form writing. In total, it combines 3 things that every professional writer has been forced to keep separate: an infinite canvas for planning and research, a professional editor for drafting, and a clean drive that can hold all of your projects. The result is one space, not 50, that a writer can go from a single idea to a completed manuscript without anything getting lost along the way. So let's actually open it up. I'm going to use a fake example to walk you through this platform because I do have intentions of traditionally publishing my project, so I don't want to accidentally reveal anything, but everything I will be showing you is directly correlated to how I personally use the platform and the most effective way I think it will help other writers. We're going to start with a new project titled Project Rebellion, and then we can also add some tabs across the top. The draft and board are automatically put there for you, but I like to add the logline, the synopsis, and characters. Now, this is extremely helpful. Let's say I'm writing a scene where a character is a quartermaster and I forget the name of the ship that he serves on. I no longer have to go back through a million character profiles in order to find the information because I can easily access it with the tab right there. The first thing I do with any project is use the board. This is a planning canvas, so you can add a timeline or structure, your character information, any random notes you want to jot down. It's essentially a space to put whatever you need to see before you actually write a sentence. And it's the part I love most. I'm a really big fan of using Pinterest, and I like to write while having the visuals beside me, and using this feature is what allows those two things to actually be in the same area, so I'm not switching tabs in the midst of any writing sessions or brainstorming sessions that I have. So I just pulled some images and put them on the board along with some random notes just so you can get an idea of what your board could look like and how this feature can situate within your own writing process. Over here is the draft. This is a professional industry standard writing editor. My favorite part of this is that you can house multiple drafts along the side. And again, it's only one tab over from your project planning canvas. Another great feature that I rave on and on about is the split screen feature. So you look to the left, you see your outline, you look to the right, you're writing the scene, which is extremely helpful for staying focused during your writing session. Now, the savior I needed when I lost those 3,000 words is the library or archive. Everything lives here with a search bar. You can easily find whichever project you need. As you can see here, I typed in Rebellion and it was really simple to get to that document. Now, I write novels, so that's the lens I'm showing you this through. But this same draft board setup can be adapted if you are writing something else. For example, if you're a screenwriter, it exports straight through Final Draft or Fountain formatting. If you do chapter by chapter installments, like for fan fiction or for Substack, it works the exact same way. And the best part is that it adapts to the format instead of you having to go in and manually change the font size, the typography, etc. Now, I have a feeling your eyes immediately caught to the AI icon, so so let's talk about it. If I'm guessing correctly, about half of you just leaned in to see what exactly Skrib does differently from other platforms, which we will get to, and the other half of you are already ready to click off the video and rolling your eyes at yet another AI writing tool pitch. Both reactions are fair. Let's set the record straight. This is not an AI tool. This is not an AI writing assistant. It is not ChatGPT, but for writing. It's not an AI powered app. Essentially, Skrib is built around the idea that AI should help you with your writing process, not replace your voice with its own. In practice, it has read everything on your board, your notes, your draft, etc. So because it understands your workspace, it's able to give suggestions that are specific to your project and ideas that you've already concluded yourself. An important note here is that you have the ability to accept or reject any suggestion that the AI will give you one at a time. It doesn't touch your draft on its own. It is not writing your book for you. It's more like a second pair of eyes that is present while you are writing the story yourself. I personally have used Skrib for about 6 months now, and I have not touched the AI writing tool, so it has no impact on your writing process as is, whatever your stance on AI in the creative space should be. Speaking of stances with AI, Skrib is currently working on an initiative to tackle this exact issue and topic with what I imagine to be a huge career asset for writers. Now, we are currently situated in a culture that prizes output and speed, which directly impacts our patience to sit with unfinished thoughts or ideas. And the danger of optimization in the creative space is not that it makes us efficient, but that it teaches us that the process of creating is a problem to be solved and not a process to be endured. And so Skrib firmly believes that writing is an act of rebellion, not just against AI specifically, but against the temptation to resist the friction of what it takes to place the artist inside the artwork. That means being able to stick with an idea until you find the words for it. That means toying with pages of your manuscript until it actually lands the way you want it to. It means doing real work. If you hand that process to something else like AI, you get the output without the thing that actually grows you as a creative. So remember in the very beginning when I said the plethora of platforms using your work to train AI models is getting in your way, this is Skrib's answer to that, but consider this a preview and not a feature you can actually use today. It's called the HAAS, which stands for Human Authorship Attestation Standard, which means the platform keeps a cryptographic record of your writing as it happens. So every keystroke, every revision, every pause, it all adds to the picture of what your creative process actually looks like. And so when you submit a piece, it will generate an authenticity score that verifies your work was genuinely written by you. And in the near future, when every writer or reader is going to be questioning whether something was written by a human, this is not a small thing to have in your back pocket. If you want something to write your story for you, then this is not it, and there are plenty of tools out there to do so. Skrib is for people that already have the story or the calling to write a story and just want to put it in a place that doesn't fight them the entire way there. If that's not you, no hard feelings, you should probably skip the rest of this video, but if it is, then keep watching because this is exactly how you're going to get in and use the software. As it says on the bottom of the page, there are two options, the free versus the pro plan. The free plan has the full studio, but for 5 writing projects and a 14-day free trial. The pro plan unlocks the unlimited projects and storage, in addition to priority help if needed. And of course, the link to this page can be found in the description box. To recap what you just watched, with Skrib, the board is the planning canvas, the draft is the professional editor, and the library, so nothing you've written ever gets lost. And if you so choose, an AI that only knows what you allow it to and will only change what you allow it to. Don't forget about the HAAS feature coming soon to prove that the work was written by you in the first place. If you are a writer of any kind, whether that's plays, novels, fan fiction, scripts, genuinely anything, go take a look for yourself. You definitely will not regret it.